ProGuard Exteriors. We specialise in external wall insulation and rendering. Sort of cover most of the home counties, London areas. Company's been going since 2016. Originally, we were a painters and decorators company. And then we just kind of transitioned from that into the coloured render systems, then brought us into the now massive sort of insulation and external sort of facade market. We kind of went into Facebook ads, thinking, and that did generate quite a lot of leads, but we just found that the leads weren't good quality. And that's where we struggled, was just trying to get, although you could get the leads, it was just finding the ones that were where the buyer was at the right point in the journey to actually proceed with a sale or a job. We found a lot of tire kickers when we were using things like Facebook ads. So yeah, that's kind of where we were at before we come across Scale Your Trade. And we were kind of just looking for something that would generate the same amount of leads, but better quality. Scale Your Trade was the answer that we were hoping for. The amount of leads was pretty obvious from day one. It's not just the amount. I think the biggest difference with the Scale Your Trade was that it was consistent. Most of the leads coming through were someone actually looking for the job to be done. And that was the big difference that we noticed from day one. When we started using Scale Your Trade, we found that the quality of the leads was like spot on. Found that the lead sort of quantity was very consistent throughout the whole time. And yeah, it's certainly been worthwhile. Well, I don't know if it was coincidence, but I think we got a lead on the first day, to be fair. So I think, yeah, literally as soon as we were set up, you did say that it would come in pretty quick. I think it always takes a little bit of time, but I think certainly by the time we were into the second month, then we were in sort of making profit, and we'd kind of paid off the investment. The total from the data that we've got, so the total money that we've got, money spent to Scale Your Trade, including all the ads, has been just under 20 grand. And then that's actually managed to bring us in a total sales of just over 500 grand. So obviously that gives you an idea of the actual scale that we've managed to take it to. The return on investment is in total is 2,500% from starting with Scale Your Trade until now. And like I say, yeah, so obviously with that kind of revenue, yeah, it's been a massive return on investment. I certainly think that when using Scale Your Trade, we felt a lot more like it was a collaboration rather than feeling like you're using an agency, for example. I'd say we have used agencies in the past, and I think the difference is certainly with yourself, the kind of one-to-one catch-ups, you feel like it integrates a lot better into your actual business. You feel like you've kind of hired someone in-house as opposed to having like an agency that's literally just there to churn leads out. So I think that's the big difference for us, is that you kind of have, you know, constant communication. And then if something's not quite working or something is working and you want to sort of, you know, improve it or throw more money at it, for example, then you can have them conversations daily rather than, I don't know, you know, just waiting for your next monthly call with an agency. The whole reason I went with Scale Your Trade in the first place is what I really wanted was a sort of an all-in-one marketing manager that would deal with everything from bringing the leads in, and we wouldn't have to have multiple different people or agencies. So I didn't want to have someone doing my SEO and someone doing my ads. Ideally, I just wanted it to be in one place. And having that and that ability, so where you've achieved and kind of offered us that service, I think that just takes away. So we don't have to worry about the marketing. We just know, right, this is what Scale Your Trade are doing. They're going to bring us all of the leads, and then we can focus on the actual selling of the jobs. I think when you've got to spend time worrying about the marketing as well, then it's kind of hinders your business in how sort of much you can grow, because it takes up so much time. So yeah, the biggest help is kind of like the turnkey solution that's been offered. And I think that kind of integrates, as I said earlier, it kind of integrates into your business really well, and just means that we can focus on the important bit. Absolutely. Definitely recommend Scale Your Trade. I think it's a great marketing partner. I think the biggest thing is that the leads are going to come in. That's a guaranteed. So, or at least from our experience. So if it's not really a question of should I or shan't I in terms of return on investment, or is the money going to be there or the job's going to be there? I think it more comes down to obviously having your own processes to actually deal with the leads. So it's not a case of will the leads come in, it's can you handle the amount of leads that you're going to receive and make the most of them. So I certainly think if you're considering using Scale Your Trade and the question is, will the leads come in, then 100% go for it, because without a doubt, you will get the leads. But as I say, what you do with those leads then comes down to your own processes and everything from that point to make the most of it. But certainly as far as Scale Your Trade goes, and certainly the promises that were made to us, they've been fulfilled sort of in double. So it's way beyond what we were actually expecting. As I say, you're always kind of a bit skeptical because of different agencies and stuff, but no, in terms of the leads coming in and the quality of the leads, then can't fault it. So I certainly think that Scale Your Trade will help and be a good fit for any construction company.